Hey everybody, DBSTCG Central here. Welcome to another deck profile video. If you guys saw today's thumbnail, you saw today that we're doing Baby Awakening with a Grudge. So, I love this deck. I think it's really cool. I love when blues usually control, but I love when they go for a rush deck. I love blue rush decks because you can untap energy, you can go a little harder, you have more defense. So it turns it almost to like a rush mid-range type build. And I saw this leader and I saw how it performed, and I definitely wanted to build a version of it. I love this deck. I think it's really cool and it's fun. I love swarming the board. I love attacking and pressuring my opponents. So this is a perfect deck for that. And if you want to run blue and you have a lot of the blue staples, they do work good in here. So on his unawakened side, he is Baby. Auto, when you place this card in your leader area, activate one universal tuffleization plan from your deck, which I'll get to in a second. Another auto, place one mono blue Vegeta with energy cost of 1 or a mono blue Brainwash card from your hand underneath a universal tuffleization plan in your battle area. When this card attacks, draw 2 cards. So really good. You're siphoning. So basically, you're putting a card that you don't need, like a Brainwash card that you're not going to play, underneath your tuffleization plan, and then you draw 2 cards. So really, really good in that aspect. Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, or you have 4 or more cards underneath the universal tuffleization plan in your battle area, draw 1 card, switch up to one of your energy to active mode, and then you add cards from your life until you have 6 left. And then when you do, you turn into, boom, Baby Awakening with a Grudge. He's got Overlord once per turn. Auto, when this card attacks, you get to choose one. Look at the top 5 cards at the top of your deck. You can choose up to 1 Brainwash card and put it under the Universal Tuffleization plan in your battle area, and then you shuffle your deck. Or you could place one of your opponent's battle cards that does not include Son Goku GT from their drop area underneath Universal Tuffleization plan in your battle area. Really cool. You can actually take cards from your opponent's drop. You know, maybe they're playing green and they have a Ribrianne and they want to discard 2 cards from your hand. You could take that, you could put it under here. So it kind of helps that in that aspect to like prevent them from doing some graveyard stuff. But at the same time, at some point, I'll show you a little bit later, you can play their cards from underneath the tuffleization plan. Basically take control of them. Active main, once per turn, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Look at the choose up to 1 of your blue Brainwash cards, and that card gets plus 5,000 power. So this is mainly, it gives something a 5k boost, but you're gonna kind of like tick your life down a little bit so you can get to the right amount of life so you can use your Z Awaken leader, which we'll get to in a little bit. But that's the leader. If you guys don't know what Overlord does, Overlord, you could take one of your cards with Servant and you can put it at the bottom of your deck and you draw a card. So it's more sifting through your deck. So really, really cool. All right, so that's the leader. Tuffleization plan we'll get to next. So as soon as you put your leader into the battle area, then this thing, this field card just comes right out, right next to your leader. So it comes out of your deck before you shuffle, before you do all that stuff. So your deck can be really consistent because you can get it down to 49 cards, just depending on your build and what you want to do. But this is a field card with barrier, Universal Tuffleization plan. Once per turn, if your leader is a blue baby with the original cost of 15,000 power or more, so that means when he's awakened. And if it's your turn, when you play a blue baby card with energy cost of 4 or more, play up to 1 battle card with energy cost of 3 or less and original power of 10,000 or less from underneath this card, and its non-keyword skills negated for the turn. So really, really cool. You can just play a 4-drop baby, and then you're playing another card from underneath this one, which is crazy. So it's just for 1 energy, you're getting 2 battle card swings out, so it's really good. Active main, once per turn, place 1 mono blue Vegeta GT with energy cost of 1 or 1 mono blue Brainwash card from your hand underneath this card, and then you draw 1 card. So more sifting. So you're taking, when you play at any time, like it's your turn, you get the ability from your leader on the other side, putting one under here. But plus, once per turn, you can stuff a card under here and then draw another card. So more rotation, basically, of the cards. So really, really cool. And it definitely helps the deck out. Like, it's got barrier, so it's really very safe. There's no card that gets rid of barrier field cards, I'm pretty sure. So it's very safe. It'll always stay out and stuff like that. All right, so for our Z deck, we were talking about our Z Awaken leader. He'll be the first one we check out. So, Baby Finishing Revenge. This card has Overlord once per turn. Its Z Awaken is 1, pay 1 blue energy, and then 2 Z energy. And then you can put it on a blue Baby leader card. So that would be this here. So auto, if you have a battle card with Servant in play at the end of your turn, switch up to 1 of your mono blue energy to active mode. So a little bit of energy manipulation to like give you a little more defense on your off turn. Activate main once per turn for 1 blue energy. Play up to 1 battle card from under a universal tuffleization plan in your battle area. And negate its non-servant skills for the game. Additionally, if that card does not have servant, it gains servant for the turn. So basically, all the cards that come out from under here are still going to be servants. Even if it doesn't have servant and it comes out to play, it'll be a servant. And then you can overlord and then draw another card, get rid of it, do whatever you need to do, some shenanigans. So that is the Z leader. Not only that, but it is a 20k, so it does add some defense, but at the same time, you can be pretty aggressive with it. And they have to jump through a little bit of hoops to dodge it if they're not going to negate it. So next Z battle cards is Baby Parasitic Premonition. So this card here has got unique barrier Z stack 1. You're going to Z stack a blue baby with an energy cost of 4. Auto, when this card is played, look at the top 7 cards at the top of your deck. Place 1 mono blue Vegeta GT with energy cost of 1 or 1 mono blue Brainwash card and put it under your universal tuffleization plan. And then you shuffle your deck. Active main for 1 blue energy. Place 1 Vegeta GT only card from your drop area or from under a universal tuffleization plan into your battle area. Oh wait, so I'm sorry, it's kind of worded a little weird. Place 1 Vegeta GT only card from your drop area or from under a universal tuffleization plan that's in your battle area under this card. Play up to 1 blue baby with energy cost of 4 from under this card on top of your deck. So basically what you're doing here is you're putting a Vegeta in your drop. Yeah, so you put a Vegeta from your into your drop from your battle area or from underneath this card to play a 4-drop on top of this card. And that 4-drop is this guy here. So this is your Z battle card baby that they run here. This is the one that you want to play underneath this one always. It's got unique and permanent once per turn. If this card would be KO'd by your opponent's skill, you may place 1 card from under a universal tuffleization plan in your battle area and to your drop instead. So if this gets KO'd, you can just take a card from under tuffleization plan, you put it in your drop, and then this guy stays on board. So auto, if your leader card is a blue baby, when this card attacks, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards that does not include Son Goku GT and its character name and place it under universal tuffleization plan into your in your battle area. So really good. It's a 20k for pretty much 1 energy, and it's a 4-drop baby. So remember, if you play a 4-drop baby, this will proc your tuffleization plan, and you'll play a battle card out from underneath of it. So really, really cool, and it gives you a 4-drop baby right in your Z deck in case you don't see any in your hand, but we run a bunch, so I'll show you those in a minute. And a little bit of tech. Our barrier removal, Beerus, if you don't know what he does, he's got barrier. When he swings, he gets rid of something that's higher than your opponent's energy. And then If you pay 2 more energy, he like restands and he removes a card with barrier, and he gets like a 5k boost. So really important for some barrier removal. We don't have much because we're more of a rush deck and we're go, go, go. So a little bit of barrier removal for something that might be pesky is really good. Also, a small board wipe just to get rid of some stuff if they're got a lot going on. But you could also go for game with this thing. Cell Awakening of the Created, if you don't know what it does, it's got deflect, critical, and then when you play this card, anything with 5 or less power, any battle card, it absorbs it and puts it underneath this card. And then additionally, if you get rid of the cards from underneath here, if there's 4 or more, he gets triple strike, and also he restands. But if you don't have 4 or more, he just restands and he becomes a dual attack critical, which is crazy, 25k. So definitely good to add some pressure, but also good to mop up your opponent's board if they have blockers or something and you're trying to get through. So that's the Z deck. And then moving on to the main deck, I'll probably start with negates. Jeez, I'm making a mess. That way I can get right into the package. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right, some negates that we run. We run 4. I mean, no, well, 3. Just because we are more of a rush deck, so we don't want to see too many negates in our hands that when we want to be aggressive, because we want to see aggressive battle cards and other stuff like that. Plus, we sift through our deck enough where even though I'm running 3 of these, it's still going to pop up pretty easily. You see a lot of your deck. So I run 3 Dimension Magic. Usually I run 4 in all my decks, but I felt from play testing, you don't need to see it as much, especially with some of the other cards that we have in there. So I run it at 3, and it's been really good to me. It's been consistent. So I run 3 Dimension Magic. I see it when I need it, basically. If you don't know what it does, you can negate the attack, untap 2 energy, and if you have 5 or more cards in your drop area, you can take a life and use that negate for free. So it's really good. And then we have our Floodgate, which is 3 Android 17 Defending Friends. This is a TV card. If you don't know what it does, it's a counterattack. You negate the attack and you play this card. And if your leader is blue and your leader is... If your leader is blue and your leader is a Z leader with an originally... What? And you have... Oh, or you have 3 or more Z energy. Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, so you counter the attack. It's a limit 1. If your leader is blue, or your leader is a Z leader, or you have 3 or more Z energy, or you have a Z battle card in play, when this card... Why is this so confusing right now? Okay, so basically you need to have a Z leader out, or you need 3 or more Z energy, or you have a Z battle card in play. Then you can play this card, and this card's effect takes place. When this card is played for the turn, your opponent can't attack with battle cards unless they choose 1 card in their hand and they place it in their at the bottom of their deck each turn. So basically, they have to discard a card every time they attack with a battle card and put it underneath their deck. You need to have a Z battle card out, or a Z leader, or you need 3 or more Z energy for this auto to work, basically is what it said. Sorry, it was written really, really, really weird. But we run 3 of those. So 3 Floodgates, 3 Hard Negates. Counterplays, Desperate Measures. It's a mono blue deck, so this is your best option for stopping Floodgates like Topo and stuff like that, if you don't know what it does. For 1 energy, the battle card that's being played, if it has an energy cost of 2 or less, it's returned to its owner's hand instead of being played, and then you can choose up to 1 of your blue battle cards with the energy cost of 3 or less, and you can return it to your hand. This kind of works well with this deck. Say you need to get another Brainwash back to your hand so you can stuff it under to draw another card. This works pretty well for that. So just an added bonus. Also a really great counterplay for them. Like I said, if they're playing like a Topo or a Robotic Riposte, you play this, it'll go back to their hand, it'll negate the attack, but the effect of the Floodgate effect will not take effect. 2 more hard negates. Chilled Army Reinforcements. If you don't know what this does, it counters the attack. If you have 5 or less life, you could take a life instead of playing the mana cost for this. And when you take that life, You play this, you negate the attack, and then you play a blocker token. So this can negate an attack, and then you can block another attack after that. So really good negate, and it's free if you have 5 or less life and if you take a life. So also really good. Move these over a little. All right, and then a one of, it's not a negate, but it definitely helps defensively. And if you want to go for game, it's really good. I rolled one of these. If your leader is blue, choose up to one of your leader cards, and the card gets 15,000 power for the duration of the battle. So it's a 15k boost for 1 energy. If all your energy is blue, when you activate this card, you could choose one. If it's your turn, you can draw a card. If it's your opponent's turn, you can choose up to one of your blue energy and switch it to active mode. So this actually becomes free. So on your opponent's turn, you have 1 energy open. They attack you. You can use this. It'll untap the energy you just used, so it ends up being free, and you get a 15k boost. So definitely a good card here. I'll put this over here with the Totalization Plan. All right, next up is going to probably be our super combos. Now, this is a little weird. I kind of went a little techie with this, the way I play it. I'm thinking about doing a split, but for now, I have 3 Zeno Edge of Spacetime and 1 Vegeta Disciplined Warrior. Now, this is better for late game, just because you want to see more cards in your hand, and it's a Vegeta GT. We do run a bunch. I will show you, and I'll get to you, for one of the effects, because you could, you know, if you have a Vegeta GT in your drop, you can use it to do the Totalization Plan stuff and a few other things. But this untaps you in energy. So, well, it doesn't untap it, it replaces it with energy in active mode. So it lets me go a little more, it gets me a little more energy to be more defensive or whatever I need. So I'll read it to you. Super combo. If your leader card is blue and your life is at 5 or less, and it's your opponent's turn, when you use this card, when this card is using a combo, you may add 1 card from your energy to your hand. If you do, place 1 card from your hand into your energy. When this card is played, you can draw a card. So if you want to play it for 1, you can draw a card. So basically, defensively, if they're attacking me, I need an energy open to maybe use a hard negate or some other shenanigan, maybe this thing. I can negate the combo, and when I combo, I can take a tapped energy from my energy and then put down another energy in active mode. So it gives me a little bit of an edge, but like I said, I think I might go 2-2 split, see how that works, but this one really obviously works well. This super combo, it's basically put 1 at the bottom of your deck and then you draw 2 cards. So more, you know, sifting and stuff like that. So this one is definitely good. This was a little tech I was running just because I needed to be a little more defensive at my locals because people are pretty aggressive over there. So that's what I ran. I think either one is good. It just depends on what you want to accomplish. But I think a 2-2 splits really well, just in case you do need to get an energy. All right, so now going into the Brainwashed and the 1-drop Vegetas. We'll stop with the 1-drop Vegetas. So first one we run is for this guy here, Vegeta Disturbing Harbinger. So when this card is played from your hand, look at the top 5 cards at the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 blue Saiyan or Earthling card with energy cost 4 or less from your hand and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So this searches out your babies, your 4-drop babies. This searches out pretty much everything in the deck because everything is humans and Saiyans for the most part. You won't be able to get your Floodgate. Actually, does it count as an Earthling? I'm just curious. No. So other than this, it gets like everything in your deck, battle card wise. So also it's got an auto limit 1. If your leader is a blue baby with an original power of 15,000 power or more, when this card is placed from your hand underneath a universal Totalization Plan in your battle area, you may place 1 blue Brainwash card from your hand under a universal Totalization Plan in your battle area, and then if you do, you draw a card. So basically, you stuff this one under, and then you stuff this under your Totalization Plan. You draw a card from that effect, and then if you want to do this with the leader ability or the Totalization Plan ability, either one. And once this one gets put under there, this Vegeta, you can put another Brainwashed under and then draw another card. So basically, you're just getting rid of all your Brainwashed and Vegetas to get better cards or more brainwash, so you put them underneath. So you're definitely like sifting through your deck like crazy. So we run 4 of those. The next one we run is a 2 of, because it's really tight in here. So when this card is played from your hand, you can draw a card, and then it's got the same ability as this guy. So basically, if you use this card to stuff underneath the Tuffleization Plan, then you can pick another one from your hand, put it under, and then draw a card. So you're drawing like 2 different cards. You're losing the cards from your hand, but you're bringing back different ones. So it's really, really good. So those are our Vegeta 1-drops. There's a certain amount. You need quite a decent amount of Vegeta GTs and stuff like that, because of the abilities from the Tuffleization Plan and then a few other cards you'll see in a little bit. All right, so next one here is Bola Domination Complete. So it's got Servant. When this card is placed in your drop area from your Z energy, remove this card from the drop from the game. Active battle. If it's your opponent's turn, you have a blue baby battle card. Use this card under a Tuffleization Plan in your battle area. In a combo, at the end of the battle, remove this card from the game. So if I have a baby card out and this is underneath Tuffleization Plan, I can use this for a free 5k combo. That's good. But it doesn't allow you to put it in your drop, and you have to put it, remove it from the game instead, just because it's really strong. So if you don't want to recycle it and stuff like that. The next one here is 3 of Trunks Domination Complete. It's got Servant. It's a counter attack, limit 1. That's why I only run 3. Negate the attack and then play this card in rest mode. Permanent. During your opponent's turn, if you have a blue baby in play, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So it turns into a 1-drop. Permanent. If this card is under a universal Tuffleization Plan in your battle area, you can activate this card's counter from underneath the Tuffleization Plan. So basically, you stuff these underneath. This is a negate waiting for you to use if you need it. It costs 1 energy instead of 3 if it's underneath your Tuffleization Plan. Really good. This comes in handy. Like, it's pretty much an extended hand where you get extra combos, and then you get negates stuffed under there. So if you're in a pickle, you can just get rid of one of these and you can negate the attack for only 1 energy. So it's really good. The next one we run here, we run 4 of. This is Sun Goten Domination Complete. Servant. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost greater than or equal to their current energy and place it at the bottom of their deck. Activate main once per turn. Well, limit 1. If you have 2 or more energy and this card is under the Tuffleization Plan in your battle area, you can play this card from your hand. So you can play this for 1 energy, and then you can get rid of whatever, anything that's equal or greater than their energy, battle card wise. Also, you can play it from underneath the Tuffleization Plan, and you still get that effect. So really good card. This is your removal for the deck for the most part, but then when it comes out, it's got Servant, so when it attacks, I know it says 5k, but Servant gives it actually an extra 10k. That's just one of the stipulations on having this ability. So like this one here is a 5k, but it has Servant. So when it attacks, it'll be a 15k. But the problem with these Servants is they don't untap. And if they don't untap, that's more reason for you to use your Overlord and put them at the bottom of your deck to draw an extra card. So just a lot of drawing, a lot of sifting through your deck. Like you're just going through your whole deck. It's crazy. So this is our removal. This is our counters. And this is our extra combos for underneath. And then I run 3 of these guys, which is an older Brainwash card from a older set. But there's a reason for it. So this card here, it's a counterplay if you need it. You could play it for 3 energy. So if the battle card that's being played has energy cost of 4 or less, it's placed at the bottom of its owner's deck instead of played. So maybe you get to late game. We're usually a rush deck, so we don't usually get to late game. But if you do, you could use this counter ability for 3 energy. It's got Servant, so when it attacks, it's a 20k. So this, underneath the Tuffleization Plan, you can only play cards that are 10k and less. So when you play this guy, he's a 10k. Notice how these are all 5ks? They're a little bit smaller, but when this guy comes out, he turns into a 20k when he attacks. So just a little added pressure. So I run 3 of these guys, and I think they work out really well. They add the 20k boost, and it's just so good. Like, they have to, you know, combo 2 cards instead of 1 and get more cards out of their hands, which is what you want, so you can keep swinging, and they're running out of gas for them to protect themselves. And then the next one we run is a TP card that came out with the set. So these were a little hard to get. I don't think they are anymore. But Sun Gohan Domination Complete. It's got Servant. Active main. You can play it for 1 blue energy. Limit 1. If your opponent has 2 or more energy and there's a card under a field extra card in your battle area, play this card from your hand. And then this card gains double strike for the turn. So for 1 energy, you play it. It turns into a 20k double strike. Really good. So 1 energy, 20k double strike. That's, you know, that's great. So, like, especially when you're going for game, you want to swing on a double. You want to combo up out of it. But, I mean, you can't go wrong with a 20k for 1 energy that has double strike. It's just too good. Also, it's a brainwash card. So if you do need to stuff it under the Teflization plan, you can also do that. I'm trying to move this over so it kind of sits in the frame. Yeah, I gotta redo this a little bit. I'm gonna reset all this stuff eventually. Next card we have, so this is a little bit of tech that I run. Somebody put me onto this and I loved it. I only had room to put 1 in there, but I might bump it up because it's really good. Bulma Fighting for Vegeta. If you don't know what this card does, this is an expansion card that came out a while ago. When this card is played, you could draw 1 card, so you could use it for 1 energy to draw a card. Auto for 1 blue energy, limit 1. If your leader is a blue Vegeta GT, which it is, and it's your turn, when this card is used in a combo from your hand, you can choose one. If one of your blue baby Vegeta GT cards in a battle area... If one of your blue Vegeta GT battle cards is in a battle area, switch up to 1 of your mono blue energy to active mode, and this card gets plus 5k power for the turn. So basically, you can untap an energy if you combo with this. And then you draw, and then you get 5k power boost. So it's kind of like a Sensu Bean. Then choose up to 1 of your blue Vegeta GT cards, and it gains double strike for the battle. So this is basically a Champa. So your leader and like your blue babies in your Z deck and the other ones I'm about to show you, they will all get double strike. So you have inherent Champa for the deck, which I love. Any surprise double strike always is great. But also it untaps energy. It's pretty much a Sensu Bean because you don't have to pay the energy for the Sensu. I mean, you have to pay the energy for the Sensu and you untap one. But with this, you combo with it, and it untaps an energy, which is great. I might bump this up, like I'm saying. It's a really, really good card. It worked out really well when I used it. I actually went for a game, I put double strike on my guy, and there's nothing they could do about it. I just comboed up every card in my hand, and they just could not combo out of it. It was great. Speaking of more Vegeta GTs, this is the super rare for the deck. Is it the super rare? Yeah, super rare. So this one is called Baby Bitter Revenge on Saiyan. So if you don't know what this does, when this card is played, you can place up to 2 brainwash cards with different names from your deck underneath a universal Teflization plan in your battle area. And then if you do, you shuffle your deck. So really good there. If for 1 blue energy, if your leader is blue, place 1 card from your hand into your drop, and you remove this card from the drop area. So this is in your drop. From the game, when a card in a battle area is placed at the bottom of an owner's deck, choose up to 1 of your opponent's unison cards with specific cost of 2 or less and place it at the bottom of their deck. So you have unison removal in here. If this is in your drop area and you say you use a servant ability, it'll put a battle card underneath a deck, which procs this, and then you would remove this from the battle area, and then any 2-drop unison just see you later. Gets removed from the game. So that's really good. Active main, limit 1 for 1 blue energy. If your leader is a blue Z leader or you have a blue Z battle card in play, you can play this card from your hand. So if you have a Z battle card out, usually it'll be that 1-drop baby. It does have barrier, so it's pretty safe. And I usually like to keep 1 out. And then if I need to, I can Z stack and put the other one, the 4-drop on there if I need to do it at the time. But for the most part, I keep that baby just sitting there so I can use these abilities. And this is a 4-drop baby. So when you play it for 1 energy, you're going to play another card from underneath your Tuffleization plan. Now, people must be like, why don't you run 4? It's so good. I run 3 because it has a limit 1 on being played. So if I want to be aggressive, I got to run 3 of those. And then I run 3 of these. So I want the option to see both. This one has less stipulations, but is not as crazy. This one has block or revenge. It is a 20k 4-drop baby, so it will proc your Tuffleization plan. When a battle card is played, when a battle card is played by the skill of a universal Tuffleization plan in your battle area, that card gains Servant if it doesn't have it already. So basically, if this is out, any card that comes out from under there, it gains Servant. Active main, limit 1 for 1 blue energy. If your opponent has 2 or more energy and there is a card under Universal Tuffleization plan, you can play this card in your battle area from your hand. So another 1-drop, 4-drop baby. So in 1 turn, you could play this. You could play this. If you want, you could play your baby. You could play from underneath here. So you can get up to 4 4-drops out and attacking. And they're all Vegeta GTs. So you can use your double strike on any of these guys. So they'd become like, I don't know, 25, 30k double strike attackers, especially when you're pressuring them the whole time. And their hand size is going to be low from defending and stuff like that. Next is our boss monster. I run 3 of these. Baby Shining Gold Evil Life Form. So this one has deflect, double strike, auto. When this card is played, play up to 2 blue brainwash cards with different names from under your Tuffleization plan into your battle area. So this is what's crazy. You can play this for 2 energy. It's a 4 or more baby. So automatically it's going to proc your Tuffleization plan and you're going to play 1 from underneath. And then when you play this, you could play 2 more. So you're playing 3 brainwash cards from under the Tuffleization plan. Plus, this is a 35k double strike. So when you're going for game, this card alone puts 4 attackers on the board. Let's just say you get to whatever you want to play this at. So for 2 blue energy, if your energy is mono blue and your opponent has 3 or more energy and you choose 1 blue Vegeta GT in your drop area, play this card from your hand and place the chosen card under this card. So basically you got to have a Vegeta GT in your drop and then you put it under here and you can play it for 2 energy. So like I said, you play it, boom, 35k double strike, deflect, so it's coming out, and then you're playing 1 from underneath the Tuffleization plan because it gets procced, and then you're playing 2 more with different names. So say you have 1 Bulma, say you have 2 Bulma under there, you play a Bulma, and that's that effect, and then 2 different names, you can play another Bulma, and then one of these guys or something like that. But if I'm going for game and I like to put pressure on, I put on these guys because they're 20k attackers, so it's a little stronger, you know? So I run 3 of those. We sift a lot through our deck, so it's good to have them. If you could do it twice a game, it's really good. It puts a lot of attackers out. And then a little bit of tech that I run at the end here is I run 2 of these guys. This is a TP card. It's Son Goku and Oob Newfound Journey. It's searchable by your Vegeta GT searcher because it's a 4-drop or less Saiyan or Earthling. It's both, so it works. But deflect, dual attack. When this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 5 or less and return it to its owner's hand. Look at the top 5 cards at the top of your deck and add up to 1 Earthling or World Tournament card with energy cost 4 or less from among them, and add them to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. Now, what's cool about this is all of your Brainwash cards, your Bola, your Trunks, your Goten, your Gohan, like all of them, they're all Earthlings because they're half Earthling, half Saiyan. So you could search out any of those with this. So it gives you more Brainwash to your hand. Activate main, limit 1 for 1 energy if your leader is blue or a world tournament, and you have 3 or more energy, you can play this card from your hand. So basically, for 1 energy, you play this, it replaces itself because you get a Brainwashed back. Or some other Earthling, like the Bulma is really good because it's searchable too. And then it's a dual attack 15k. Plus it gets rid of something. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and plus it gets rid of something 5 or less and returns it to their hand. So it's just a powerhouse. It works really well in this deck and adds more pressure. So if you want to place, 1 drop, dual attack 15k, it's just 2 attacks that they have to deal with now for 1 energy. So it's really good. Overrealm. Surprisingly, we don't get a lot of stuff in our drop area. It stays in our Z, and a lot of it goes underneath the Tuffleization plan. So I had to pick a lower cost Overrealm, because by the time we're going for game, we don't have like 6 in our drop area. We have more like 4. So when you play this card with Overrealm, you draw 2 cards, then choose 1 card in your hand, you place it into your drop area. So this is more sifting and stuff like that. It just helps out. It's a 20k attacker. But also, if you need to put a Vegeta GT into your drop to get this ability, this helps because you're drawing 2 cards and putting 1 card into your drop area. So definitely, I think this is the one to use. I'm still looking into it, but I'm pretty sure that's the one. Unless they come out with some new lower cost Overrealm that are super powerful, that's definitely the one to use. And unfortunately, I do not have the Gohan Beast Secret Rare, which kills me. So I have to use my Hachiyak. If you don't know what this does, you discard a card, you negate the attack with this secret rare, and your opponent cannot attack for the turn, so it just saves you another turn. In this deck, it really helps because, with the Gohan, you'd play it and be super aggressive and just win early. But say you can't win for the game, and then they'll probably try to polish you off the next turn. You can just drop this and then get another turn, and then you can just go in crazy again. Drop another one of these, maybe drop one of these, and just go, 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 go. So that's the one I'm running. I'm looking at more options on secret rares that I have. There's the Gohan Beast secret rare right now is like $300 or $400. So I got to really figure that out. It's kind of expensive. So I'm going to look into it, but this definitely is probably your runner-up. It is a baby card too. So I'm pretty sure when you play it, it activates, it's a 4-drop or higher baby. So when you play it, it activates Tuffleization plan to put something out, just a battle card out and stuff. So it definitely, it's kind of there. Like you can use it. It's just the Gohan Beast is way more aggressive. So you might want to go with that if you're going with an aggressive build. But mine's kind of like laid back because of my super combos. I get to untap a little bit more energy. This lets me untap a little more energy. To be a little more defensive, to make my games go in my favor, go a little longer so I can get the right opportunity to go for game. But everybody, that is the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm DBSTCG Central. I do have some more coming out. I have a few more decks that I definitely want to go over. And I definitely have some other stuff I have planned, so I'll get to that. But if you guys like the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.